Hey, how you doing? I'm John. About 7 months ago, I had knee surgery on my right knee, and it's been a long process of kind of getting back in action to where it feels somewhat normal. If you haven't had a knee surgery before, this is your first time, or you're thinking about it, or you're going through it right now, the first month or so is the worst. And then it starts getting a little better and a little better. Now, 6, 7 months out, it actually feels like a normal knee. My kneecap actually is there and it does move. It didn't for a while. And then the muscles above the knee are beginning to fire again, and they're active. But it takes some work. It's going to take some effort. If you're athletic or you're an active person and you want to get back on the ball field in a limited way, or umpire or coach, you're gonna want to put yourself through some work to get that knee strong and flexible, and so that it'll bend both back and that you'll have your range of motion forward as well. So there's a number of things that I've been doing to kind of get mine strong. One of the things you're going to want to do right away is get a bike, even if it's a cheap Schwinn bike like this one, and every day just pedal, keep the knee loose. That's going to help a lot. Months 2 and 3, you're going to be able to start doing exercises. I did PT for the first couple months, and then they wanted me to go out and kind of work on my own, and so I did that, and I've been doing a bunch of exercises. So I'm going to create 3 parts after this one. This is an introduction. There'll be 3 parts, some basic, easygoing exercises that you can do that involve walking and moving, and then some that are a little more critical as far as lateral movements, and then some that are a little more strenuous and will help your knee continue to strengthen. And so one of the things they have you do at PT is definitely put your foot on a chair or sitting on a bench. Get the heel up higher than the bench so that there's space between your knee and the bench, and actually just press it down hard, hold it for 10 count, and do that a number of times. Keep it loose, massage the knee quite a bit, get those ligaments and the skin moving and those muscles moving and the kneecap moving a little bit, and just massage it. One of the best things for me is just simply to take your fist and put it under your knee, and then with your upper muscle here, try to squeeze the knee down onto your hand and squish your hand down onto the bench, and do that 12 times, and try just to use that upper muscle to do it. The more you do that, the quicker this upper muscle will begin to fire. It seemed like forever for the communication to go past my knee to this upper muscle. It just wasn't doing anything. It was just sitting there. And then there's always going to be a little bit of numbness along this right side, or at least it is for me, where it feels somewhat dead. And it still feels a little numb, but it's getting better and better the more I go. So watch the next couple parts of the exercise I'm going to do. I'll be at Planet Fitness, and that will help you to move and to flex and to strengthen your knee, so that you can feel confident as you move again and walk, and as your knee swings different directions, you won't feel nervous about it hurting or damaging it at all. Now, I gotta say this: I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, I'm just another guy who had a knee surgery, who went to PT, learned some things, read a lot, watched a lot of videos, and now I feel like 7 months later, I'm coaching again. I'm going to umpire again. I can feel like I play ball. I can play a little football with the guys at our church. So I did it. You can do it. It's just going to take some work and some hard. It's going to hurt a little bit, but it's going to be good. and a lot of ice to keep the swelling down in the evenings will be helpful. It's going to feel tight, still feels a little tight. Not as bad as it did 3 months ago, but it's still a little tight. And I would imagine in the next month, it's going to loosen up even more and feel more normal. It's definitely bigger than my other knee. And so that will probably always be to some degree. But I hope this is helpful. And look for part 1, 2, and 3. And just kind of follow my lead. I'm going to do some exercises in those videos. I'm only going to do one lap of one exercise and another lap back of a different exercise. But when you do those exercises, you'll want to do it 3 or 4 times the same exercise, then the second one, the same one. But for the sake of the video, I'll just do one lap just so you see the movement and you can get it in your mind how you want to go about it as well. Hope it helps. God bless. Have a great day. Bye.